As I wrote in the first essay, Flowing with Flourish, I mentioned a container that I burnt lots of garden stuff in. Container's really important. So important, because without it, the flame, the energy of us kind of spills out. It can end up burning things like I burnt the apple tree and I burnt the, what's it called? Elderflower, elderberry, anyway, elder tree. Containers are really important, and what's actually more important than a container is its connection to what it's sat on. Because you can have a great container like a vase, beautiful container, you can put beautiful things in it, you can put amazing flowers and decorations in it, you could put fairy lights, you could put sparklers, you could put, I don't know, a picture in it. I don't know. But a vase, if it's balanced on the edge of something, may fall off and then just fall apart as it hits the floor. So actually, the container's connection to the floor is super important if something is to flourish, like the vase with flowers coming out of it. This is really, really important. But how does it relate to the spinal 8 and the first 4 movements? Well, what it requires is a constant connection, a constant spiral from the bowl through the leg bones into the horseshoe. That's what it requires. And if you have been playing along with these video essays and you did the reaching the flames of the hands and you managed to keep the hands alive and alight all the way through the first 4 movements, you would have built a level of attention, concentration, of awareness, of holding your focus. And that's a good thing, you need that. And then you also need that because that can be a little bit rigid and vigilant. And if we're vigilant, we're not aware of the stuff, the peripheral, which is really important. And so the following essay was about balancing the bowl, where the bowl moved left and right. And that requires a different kind of awareness, a softer, less gripping, less vigilant kind of awareness. And ideally, both of those are required in this final of the triptych of the video essays on flourishing and flowing and flourishing. Because you need both. You need that consistent attention, power, connection, screwing, vibrant fabric connection into your horseshoe all the way through the first 4 movements and beyond. But you also need to have a certain amount of softness inside the bowl, so the bowl or the inside, the internal fabric, the insides of the bowl can change shape. I'll say that again. It's really important. You need a consistency of attention to anchor yourself into the floor. But that attention must not be rigid. It must not be vigilant. Because if it is, the inside of the bowl cannot be free to move and receive energy. Remember, as Grandmaster John Kells said, not that you know him, but I'm saying, I will be quoting this more and more often, that softness is when the physical body does not resist energy. And if we are to awaken our central channel, which is the whole idea of yoga really, if we're going to do that, there needs to be some softness inside the bowl. So we need a strong connection to the floor and we need softness in the bowl simultaneously, which is why we started off with the flames and then went to the movement and the subtlety of balancing the bowl. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, I'll describe a little bit when we do it. So here, the very first thing, we have this which sets up this nice kind of bolero jacket level of tension in the fabric of the upper body. Then this is our first spiral. Okay, so you maintain that. Don't worry about the hands. Let the hands do what they need to. Don't balance the bowl or anything. Keep this. Keep that connection even here. You're still spiraling into the horseshoe, not the heel. And you're still using the same connection. And then taking hold of your hips, don't need to bend back that far, spiral in to that connection, keeping the fabric as active as possible, and then keep that connection to the floor as you come forward. So, in essence, practicing this element, take away the arms. Let the arms be like someone marking something, or marking as in marking choreography, just so you get it in your body, you remember it. That kind of thing. Not like that, but you know, better than that. Then the next thing is making sure you have the feeling in the hands, so as the hands move. So for instance, as the hands move, the bowl is allowed to move. And so you get the feeling that the bowl, this area here, is soft, that the leg ball can move in the bowl. The acetabulum, thank you, Charles. The acetabulum, the inner lining of the bowl, is kind of really well oiled. And then you put it all together. So you have the connection to the floor and you make sure the bowl is soft. You keep the bowl soft as the bowl shifts, but you keep the connection to the floor. You keep the connection to the floor and the bowl moves on the acetabulum, on the balls, and you really work it, spend a lot longer there than I am to get that stretch in the spine. And here, again, the bowl just moves very smoothly on the leg balls. And here the leg balls roll inside the bowl to create the back bend, and they roll deeper inside the bowl to create the forward bend. This, without question, will deepen your understanding of flow. It does me, even then, even my understanding for almost 4 decades of doing this. I still come out of it going, wow. Seeing something for the first time, celebrating life because of its wonder. It's awesome, isn't it? It's really awesome. So, on that note, I wish you well, and for those of you enjoying this, if you wish to celebrate with me, you can like it. You don't need to, but you can like it in your own head. And for those who are feeling very generous, you can support me with a match fund. You don't need to, but it's always appreciated. All the best. Bye-bye.